Hey guys, so today we're going to talk about acquired immunity, which is a technical guy. Now the reason why I call this technical guy is very simple. Acquired immunity is pathogen specific, that is characterized by memory, right? So this is why we call this acquired immunity technical guy. So when this is your smiling face, and when these beautiful looking pathogens attack you, your acquired immunity creates a primary response. Now, primary response is nothing but a response our body creates or our body produces the first time it encounters a specific pathogen. That's primary response. Primary response is a low intensity response. Well, to remember this part, it is simple, or you can relate it with how when first time you're fighting someone, you don't really have that much of confidence, but the second time you fight the same person, you know the weaknesses and the strengths and everything. Now, primary response is low intensive response, and this is the best part about it, because like this response creates a memory for the acquired immunity. Now, the next time when the same beautiful looking pathogen responds or comes in contact with your body, there's a high intensity response or highly intensified secondary response or anamnestic response. Now the primary response and the secondary response is carried out with the help of two special types of lymphocytes. Now lymphocytes are good guys in the blood, okay, which are helping you fight against these pathogens. Now B lymphocytes produce an army of proteins, and these army of proteins are known as antibodies. Now T lymphocytes mediate cell-mediated immunity. We'll be talking about T lymphocytes afterwards. Let's first carry on with B lymphocytes. Now we already spoke about the army of protein B lymphocytes produce, which are called antibodies, right? Now let's talk about the kinds of cell B lymphocytes have. So they have two kinds of cell, and they are T cells and B cells. Okay, that's yes. Now T cells help B cells to produce antibodies, and B cells produce antibodies. Now let's talk about the muscular guy antibodies. Now let's talk about the structure of antibodies, because it's just, I don't know what to call, fun learning it. So that is two like each molecule has 4 peptide chains, right? Now there are 2 into light chains and 2 into heavy chains. Now light chains and heavy chains are just two types of two molecules of antibodies. Now antibodies is also represented as H2L2. Now IgA, IgM, IgE, IgG are some types of antibodies in our body. Now that's the structure of an antigen or antibody, right, antibody molecule. So those are the antigen binding site, antigen. Okay, bad joke. And that's the heavy chain, light chain, and those S molecule, S symbols are that sulfide bonds. I know this diagram looks amazing if we compare it with the NCERT one, right? That's the real diagram, and that's my diagram. Thanks. Because these antibodies are found in blood, The response is also known as humoral immune response, that is mediated. Now, this is one of the two types of the acquired immune response, and the second one, as we spoke about, was the T lymphocytes. Now, T lymphocytes is cell-mediated immunity. Now, what does that really mean? Cell-mediated immunity, like let's take an example. Suppose you have maybe one of your organs stopped working properly. For example, whether it's kidney. Let's take example of kidney, right? Okay, not kidney. Let's take eye, because I can't see you. Get it? Now your eyes stop working properly, right? And the doctors say you have to look for a donor. Now, why can't you just take it from anyone? Or what does your doctor see? Now, in NCERT, there's a term which is grafts, which is mentioned out there. Now, grafts is part of living tissue transplanted surgically. Now, grafts are actually rejected by the body sooner or later, right? So, to avoid that, to avoid the grafts getting rejected, what doctors look for are they look for tissues and similar tissues and similar blood group, right? So that's what the doctors look for. And even after these are matched, right, they still have to take immunosuppressants. Now these are basically nothing but something suppressing the immune system. Like, this is making immune systems to stop making any antigens or any antibodies against the organ. So cell-mediated immune response, or CMI, is responsible for graft rejection. And with this, we conclude the acquired immunity topic.